Greetings, welcome to Chase Life. I wanted to go and explain a little bit and give you a status update. We haven't put out a video in a little bit because of some issues, and I want to explain what those issues are. So, yeah, one of the last things I had posted about was going to my cardiac doctor and getting a clean bill of health, and pretty much an okay to go hike the trail, and so that was cool. But just a few days later, I started not feeling good, and I thought, yeah, no big deal, maybe some cold or flu or whatever. So we pretty much ignored it, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then, so the sort of ironic thing is, once I decided, I've always kind of thought about hiking the longest trail, be it the PCT originally and now the AT, but once I decided I was going to hike the AT, probably when I semi-retired and had Medicare, so once I was 65 or 66, which I am now, I thought, well, the downside is the longer you go, the more chance there is something's going to stop you physically from being able to make that hike. So I know we're rolling the dice a little bit, getting older. And so as it approached and became more real and I bought gear and started training, I was also more aware of the idea that, well, I better be careful and not get hurt, and hopefully I don't get sick. And it's in the back of my mind. So yeah, it's kind of ironic that after all that, 3 weeks before we are to start, I get sick. So hopefully it's nothing. We shall see. So one of the interesting things was when I finally did go to the doctor, I was kind of coerced into going. I had planned on hiking that day, and I was really struggling, but I had pulled on my hiking clothes from before, and I hadn't washed them because I only wore them for like a 4-hour hike or something. I don't remember what it was, but I figured, well, you don't have to wash your outer garments after a 4-hour hike. Anyways, I didn't wash them. I put them back on, and then at some point was convinced to go to the hospital or the urgent care. Went there. I'm sitting in the waiting room, and I look down at my hiking pants, and I say, oh, look, a ladybug on me. And I picked it up and put it on the chair. And Kathy, who had driven me to the hospital, said, that's not a ladybug, it's a beetle. I'm like, no, it's just a brown ladybug. And I looked closer, and I went, crap, it's a tick. So, strangely enough, there was a tick on my clothes sitting in the urgent care. So we picked them up and secured them and took them in and showed them to the doc. So I thought that was kind of an interesting point of the story. Like, holy crap, that was odd. The one small point of amusement is that the being sick gives me a ready-made excuse. Like, well, I would have put in a 40-mile day, but, I was sick. All right, so a follow-up after, we got our results from the liver test, blood test, and then we got the results just yesterday for the tick test. And so, kind of good news, bad news. The good news is, hey, you don't have Lyme disease. It's not tick related. It's coming back all positive or negative, or however we want to look at it from the test results. There are no signs of a tick problem. However, there are signs of an issue, and the issue is that what's called the C-reactive proteins should be under 10. Over 10 is considered high, and mine's at 51. And over 50 is considered to be like you have some problem. And it doesn't really tell you what the problem is. All you know is that you have a problem, and yeah. So I can tell you the antibiotics are helping, but I'm not 100%. And without knowing what's going on, you know, it kind of puts us in an awkward position in terms of the hike. So here's my thinking. I'm just gonna hike and hope for the best, and hope that you know, it all works out. I definitely don't feel well. So, you know, that sucks, but you know, I've planned this hike, and I just assume that I'll get better. And if not, well, we'll just have to deal with that as it comes. It is what it is. The plan will be to just start. I might have to take it more easy on some of the trails. I don't know. We did hike up as a test. You know, our main mountain that we hike up, and we did over 2,000 feet of elevation and about 8 miles, I think. And yeah, I am not at the level that I was 4 weeks ago. I have lost some of that, but I did okay. It kind of kicked my butt, but I did okay. So I'm hoping that that's good enough to start the trail. And again, we may have to modify plans as we go. I don't know what, but that's where we're at. I'm hoping for the best. I'm optimistic, a little concerned, and so yeah, I'm just being honest with you. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's a bit of a struggle. So yeah, I'm trying to pack, and right now, you know, I packed a couple of resupply boxes, and then I had to go sit down because it was like, it just killed me. Yeah, I'll try to take more antibiotics and keep going and see how I do. Well, anyways, that's where I'm at. Kind of sucks, you know, to get all this way and get this close and have that happen. But this is not like and I'm not hiking or I'm getting off the trail, one of those kind of things. I'm aware that it might end up being at some point. We may have to, if this doesn't improve or if it gets worse. And if we have to find out what's actually wrong, you know, is there something going on? I Googled a bunch of stuff, and you know, it's just, it could be anything. So who knows? Yeah, that's where we're at. I'll talk to you later.